In life, every one of us faces problems. Some problems look small at first, almost harmless. Others appear big and terrifying. But there is one truth we often forget. Avoiding problems does not make them disappear. In fact, the more we run away, the bigger and scarier they become. Today's story is not just about animals in a forest. It is about fear, courage, and how our imagination can turn a tiny problem into a giant monster. This story will remind us that true strength does not always come from size or power, but from the courage to face what we fear. Deep inside a dense forest, surrounded by tall, green hills and whispering trees, there was a dark and mysterious cave. This cave was home to a rabbit. The rabbit was not big or strong, but he had something far more valuable: a kind heart. He helped other animals whenever they were in trouble. Because of his kindness, he was loved and respected by everyone in the forest. One peaceful morning, the rabbit stepped out of his cave in search of food. Day after day, he ate only leaves. He was tired of the same taste and wished for something special. More than anything, he wished to find a carrot, his absolute favorite. Finding a carrot in that forest was almost impossible, but that day, fate surprised him. As sunlight filtered through the trees, the rabbit suddenly spotted a bright orange carrot growing near the riverbank. His eyes lit up with joy. Carefully, he pulled the carrot from the ground. Instead of eating it right away, he smiled and thought, "I'll take this back to my cave and enjoy it peacefully." Lost in happiness, the rabbit walked back without paying attention to the path. Suddenly, his foot slipped on a wet stone. In a moment of panic, he almost fell into the fast-flowing river. With all his strength, he grabbed a tree root and saved himself, but the carrot slipped from his hand and fell straight into the rushing water. Terrified, the rabbit ran along the riverbank, hoping the carrot might get stuck somewhere. But the river was merciless. The carrot floated away and vanished beneath a roaring waterfall. Exhausted, hungry, and heartbroken, the rabbit gave up and slowly returned to his cave. All he wanted now was rest. But as he reached the entrance of his cave, his heart suddenly began to pound. A strange fear crept into his chest. With a trembling voice, he called out, "Who? Who has entered my cave?" There was no answer. Gathering a little courage, he shouted again, louder this time, "Answer me!" Suddenly, a thunderous voice echoed from deep inside the cave. "I am the one who breaks a rhino's bones and crushes an elephant into dust." The rabbit froze. Fear rushed through his body like ice. How can a small creature like me fight something so powerful? He thought. Just then, a wolf passed by. The rabbit begged him for help and explained everything. The wolf laughed confidently and said, "Don't worry, I'll handle it." The wolf walked to the cave and growled fiercely. But once again, the terrifying voice echoed, "I am the one who breaks a rhino's bones and crushes an elephant into dust." The wolf's confidence vanished instantly. Shaking with fear, he whispered, I can't handle this," and ran away into the bushes. Next came a tiger. The rabbit reminded him of the kindness he had once shown. The tiger proudly stepped forward, roaring loudly. But the same booming voice echoed again. Even the tiger felt his strength fade. If this creature can defeat rhinos and elephants, What chance do I have? He thought. And the tiger ran away. Soon a rhino arrived, stomping the ground in anger. But after hearing the terrifying voice, even the rhino's courage disappeared. Sweating with fear, he ran away too. Finally, an elephant appeared, the mightiest of all. But when the voice echoed once more, even the elephant panicked. The rabbit watched in disbelief as the giant elephant ran away faster than anyone else. At that moment, all hope seemed lost. Then, quietly, a small frog hopped forward. "Shall I help you?" he asked calmly. The rabbit looked at him in disbelief. The wolf, the tiger, the rhino, even the elephant ran away, he said. "How can you succeed?" The frog simply smiled. "It doesn't matter if I succeed or fail. What matters is that I try." All the animals returned secretly, watching from a distance. The frog hopped toward the cave and called out, "Who is inside?" The voice echoed again, loud and terrifying, but this time the frog did not run. He moved closer and shouted, "Come out and face me!" Suddenly, the voice inside trembled. The creature saw a large shadow outside the cave and grew afraid. Slowly, shaking with fear, it crawled out. To everyone's shock, it was just a tiny caterpillar. The cave's echo had turned its small voice into thunder. The animals burst into laughter. They realized how their fear had created a monster that never truly existed.